Welcome to 40 Fit Fu. My name is Oscar and this is Mimi.
Hi, we're here every Tuesday to help give you fitness tips and advice for those who are over 40 and up to stay healthy and happy so you can continue doing Kung Fu or Tai Chi or whatever your exercise of choice is.
And we are going to continue with our Q&A, our viewer Q&A, so that you have submitted some questions and we are going to attempt to answer them. And what are the questions?
Okay, so we have some that can be answered, I think, together as a couple. So the first one is, why is it so hard to lose weight at this age? And what can I do to get healthy after retirement? And so we're presuming here that,
Over 60?
Yeah, we're over 60 and, why is it so hard at this point to lose that weight? And then now that I'm over 60 and I'm retired with all this extra time, well, how can I be healthy?
Okay, so this is actually a good question as far as how can I continue to be healthy? Maybe you need to define for yourself what health means.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that means that when I'm 60, I want to be better at my martial arts practice than I am now. I look at someone like Master Chan, your father, as my role model. Like, I'd like to move like that when I'm 60, 70, 80. So one, define what healthy means for you. But really, I think that one of the biggest things here is to realize that any approach to health should also be holistic. So we've talked in the past about sleep, and you specifically, Mimi, having sleep issues. A lot of problems happen there.
Yes, absolutely. I can definitely feel when I don't get a good night's sleep. I make a lot of mistakes when I'm doing my work. I can't focus. You physically feel kind of bogged down. But one of the big things with sleep, and we've talked about this on previous episodes, of course, is having that good sleep hygiene, which is making sure you have a good sleep environment, a routine. Trying to keep to that routine and keeping to those times that you're going to sleep and not have it vary so much. That's one of the most ideal things, but also, a cool environment, dark environment, screen time limited before sleep, and just monitor and kind of gauge yourself for a week and see what kind of pattern you can get into. But obviously sleep is uber
huge. And for those, if you are over 60, we have a lot of students at Walwam who do Kung Fu and Tai Chi, and I've heard that, you need less sleep as you get older. Read this book by Dr. Matthew Walker, Why We Sleep. He has all the science behind it, but the gist is, as you get older, you don't need less sleep. You need just as much sleep as you do when you're 40 and 50. So 7 to 9 hours. Do not slack on this, because the things that we see as cognitive decline as you get older has been described in this book as really, they're just sleeping less.
Yeah, so those of you who say, I'm so old, now I'm forgetting everything, it's actually not really true. It's probably because you're not sleeping enough. So check those sleep patterns and do a little bit of an analysis on them.
Right, so listen, that's part one of this kind of holistic approach. Sleep, stress levels, same thing, just monitor those. And then really super important is your nutrition, hydration. Two things that I notice as we get older is, one is people start thinking, well, I'm okay with eating certain things, but really you have to pay even more attention to what you're eating. And number two, a lot of people, as they get older, forget about the hydration. Hydration is huge, so you need to still be drinking plenty of water. I'm 160 pounds, I try to drink 1 gallon a day, so gauge between that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next questions. We have, why have all my friends shrunk, and how can I fall safely?
Why have your friends shrunk? You viewer, whoever asked this question, and us, all of us on the planet are fighting against gravity, and we're all gonna lose eventually. However, I'm gonna freaking go down fighting hard, and the way that I do that is with a really good movement practice, which for me and for you is Kung Fu, Tai Chi, and also strength training. Strength training is huge because a lot of people shrink a lot of times because they limit or completely eliminate load-bearing exercises just because they're getting older.
And load-bearing meaning?
A squat with weight, a deadlift where you're lifting something off the ground, pressing something, pushing something, pulling something that's load bearing. Strength resistance training is super beneficial as you get older and maintains not only all the cognitive stuff that we talked about just a few seconds ago, but also the health of your joints and your muscles. You putting stress, the right amount of stress, the healthy amount of stress into those tissues will maintain the structure and integrity, and maybe you won't shrink.
Right, and
Maybe.
also
You'll shrink less.
for falling, it's a little bit of the same thing. So one, we thought about, okay, well, what if you fall? What do? As martial artists, most of you out there who know you kind of do the roll, right? You learn to roll. Those of you who are like, no, I don't roll. I haven't rolled since I was 5. not really ready for rolling, but there's kind of a prescription for anti-falling because it is definitely one of the biggest dangers that we face as we get older.
Yeah, this is a huge mortality risk factor is falling as you get older. It just leads to a lot of downstream negative consequences. Number one reason people are falling though is because they lose lower limb, the lower extremity leg strength and power. You lose your strength as you get older. It's just going to happen. You want to continue to try to maintain it as best as possible, hold on as much as possible with strength training, with Kung Fu, with Tai Chi. And then number two is we lose power twice as fast as we lose our strength. So what is power? Power is your ability to decelerate, to stop. So power, you can think about it as when you're stepping off a curb, how able are you to like stop yourself from falling?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that you train that is if you can visualize those like NFL players doing those super cool
ladder drills,
fast feet, slow hands, boom, boom.
or
You
soccer players.
Right, is you can do something where it's similar to that but not as fast, but you're practicing a little bit of agility, a little bit of balance, a little bit of moving, shifting of your body weight, and really that is power. The other couple ways that I love to practice power is kettlebell swings, no surprise there, kettlebell swings, and then for my clients we do the ladder drills, but we also do medicine ball slams. And here is one, and basically what you do is you just slam it on the ground, you take all the anger that you have and you just slam it, and what you're training is how not only how fast you can move, but how fast you can put on the brakes.
Yeah.
Boom. The act of you putting on the brakes is teaching your body to not lose its power so that you can stop yourself.
So basically you're kind of saying in order to not fall, you want to prevent the fall.
Yeah, practice preventing falling. And the last couple things is be comfortable getting up and down off the ground. We've done a lot of stuff on the get up.
Yes.
And once you're super comfortable getting up and down off the ground, learn how to do some rolling. Go to a martial arts school. You know, we start teaching rolling after a few months of training with us.
I've actually met a lot of the students have come up and said, hey, actually I was going to fall down, but luckily I rolled. And there have been people that have actually told us that it has absolutely helped them from an injury and causing harm. So definitely if you are afraid of falling, get stronger.
Get strong, develop your power, practice getting up and down off the ground, and then start implementing some easy rolling patterns.
Absolutely. Okay, and our final question, which can kind of be summed up in everything we talked about, was what can I do to avoid having a stroke or a heart attack?
We're not doctors. We're not doctors. Listen, a holistic approach to health. Remember, your sleep, super important because you're affecting your hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Stress, affecting your hormones. Your nutrition, the things that you put into your body, right? A healthy movement practice, which for us includes Kung Fu, Tai Chi, and some strength training. And then rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. But do not think that just by doing some kind of movement practice, you got it all covered.
Or by doing movement, you can do whatever you want in those other areas.
Correct.
Right? So it doesn't work that way. It's not an exchange program, right? So you have to get your sleep. You have to do something about your stress levels. So those of you who aren't retired or work, you know, meditation, we talk about all the time, even just maybe reading or whatever's going to be relaxing for you. Tai Chi, all of these things. Very, very good for the stress and nutrition. And then, like you said, the movement. But I think a lot of people like to say, oh, I did my workout today, so therefore I can eat and party all night.
Don't do that.
So yeah,
That's
those
it.
are the answers, and hopefully they answered your questions. Thank you so much to our viewers who submitted the questions. Please give us more. We are going to get back to doing a lot of movement stuff as well, or whatever you guys request. So we are here for you every Tuesday on 4T Fit Food. Thanks for joining.